Okay.
We got to open it right at the mic. Ready? 1, 2. Oh shit. Oh. Damn.
I'm sorry.
Ain't that a bitch? And just like that, we are back with another episode of Controlled Chaos.
Yes.
Featuring Julianna and her dysfunctional ass.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Lick it.
All right.
I'm not just with
All right.
Julianna. I am with the 52 kg national champion and the American record bench press holder, who also has a 497 dots. 500.
That's a. I don't have a deadlift. That is why.
But yes, we are with a national champ, one of my great friends for quite some time now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
good deep friendship.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. So
Where'd you guys meet?
We went to VCU.
VCU.
Together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure we met like in Cary Street Gym.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was through Anton.
Yeah, it definitely was. Because I had just started lifting with people from the gym. And so it was definitely Anton, yeah.
So that was like 2019?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Julianna, tell the people like what you do. Like if an Uber driver, if like you're in an Uber and that Uber driver asks you, oh, so what do you do? Like, what do you tell them?
I go to school, I hang out with my dog, then I go to the gym, then I go to work, and then I go home.
What are you in school for?
Right now I am doing a post-bac program and then applying to dental school. So hopefully I will be in dental school soon.
It's not hopefully, it will happen.
Hopefully.
You kind of have no choice at this point.
Yeah. It's all or nothing at this point.
Your whole family's part of it, so like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is that the driving force, like family tradition?
Originally I did not want to do what they did. When I was in high school, I was like, I will never be a dentist because that's what you guys did. And I want to be different. And then I finished my degree and I was like, never mind, guys. I think I want to be a dentist. And then that's what started. But the driving force is mainly I love working with my hands. I love being able to physically manipulate things to fix them. And so it's really cool because for me, dentistry combines my love of art and science into one profession. And that's really what I want to do.
So, Julianna, what is the best toothbrush to use?
I love my Philips Sonicare. I'll always get that one. But you have to change your toothbrush head every 3 months.
Damn, I thought it was 6.
3.
Changing that shit tonight.
It should be 3. You should see your dentist every 6 months, though.
Yeah, it's been a couple years.
That's 6 years.
I think I'm more than you.
So
More than
Make
you.
your dental appointments.
we will when we become adults. So when it comes to this business we're in, we gotta make some choices, and a couple of those choices come with cutting off some insurance.
That's fair.
I'm back on health insurance, so it's fine.
Oh, you're back?
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, I
Down the
know.
white shit.
I didn't know we was doing that now.
Well, I didn't have a choice. She's going to just sign me up for it.
Okay.
We still got to make our bed every day. That's already hard enough.
Yeah, so I remember
I made it 2 days.
our prep for Raw Nationals. I was like, Julianna, we're going to get 12 weeks. We're going to get locked in, but we're going to make our bed every day. It lasted 2 days.
2 days. Yeah.
We were supposed to like send a picture of our beds being made like every morning. It lasted 2 days. 2 days.
Yeah. Did not last very long.
But I think with my with my mechanical toothbrush, I kind of just wait till it dies and then I switch the head.
Mine's still manual. It's just a replaceable head. I don't like mechanical toothbrushes.
How come?
It just seems lazy to me.
Isn't it?
Like you can't move your hand back and forth and brush your own teeth.
I mean, somebody told me that's the best. Like, that's
I
why I
love
was
my
told.
electric toothbrush.
Yeah. Electric. Why did I say mechanical?
Like Ashlyn has the water pick, the toothbrush.
I have a water pick.
Like all that stuff.
So my mom bought me a water pick. I don't even use it that often. It's nice. I don't really use it like every so often when I feel like it. It's kind of just another step that I don't feel like adding. into my
like
routine.
my water pick, but I only use it if I'm like in a hurry and I'll just run into my bathroom and use the water pick real quick and then that's it.
Okay.
But I'll still use regular floss.
Right. Yeah, it's just some cheap one that my mom got me. So the bottom will keep coming undone. And so the water will just fall out. I remember the first time I used it, I didn't know what I was doing. So I filled it up with water and I just pressed the button and just
Typical.
everywhere. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, because who reads instructions?
Not men.
It's cheating. Gotta figure it out like a man.
She gets it. She fucking gets it. So, what got you into powerlifting?
A couple things. I think the first one was I've been a field hockey player and a gymnast up until I started lifting weights, and I wanted to see what else I could do. So I went through a little fit chick phase for a while where I was just in the gym training, but I didn't really know what I was doing. I just went in there and lifted weights on machines and stuff for fun. And then a friend from AmFam, Maddie and Brock, they introduced me to powerlifting, specifically Maddie, because she had started out trying it out. And I was kind of interested, and then I tore my ACL during a field hockey game. And then after that, I was like, well, I don't want to run anymore. I'm too scared to re-tear it. So I was kind of dove right into powerlifting after that, because it was more static. And then, it just stuck ever since.
Yeah. So talk to us a little bit about your field hockey journey, which to me is very interesting.
My field hockey, well, I started in middle school after I quit gymnastics. And then, I did that till my sophomore year of college. I just played club. I'd always intended on playing college sports, specifically like Division I field hockey. And I almost did until I just decided not to. I just didn't want to do it anymore. So I wanted to see what else I could do. I had so many friends go play Division I, and it was their whole life. And the ones that loved it, and the ones that didn't like it really hated it. So I wanted to see what else I could do. And then my sophomore year of college, I was playing club, and it was my last game, and tore my ACL, and then that was it. So yeah, it was kind of sucked. But it's all right. I mean, I'm cleared to play. I've played like once since then, and I still go to the fields and just kind of mess around and pass the ball around, but I'm just always too scared to re-tear it. So
right. It was just so funny to me how like you could have went D1 and then you
Actively chose not to.
Yeah.
actively chose not to.
I don't want that free money at all.
But then she still wants to decides to just play for the club.
yeah.
A couple months later, after getting on campus.
Yeah.
Why not?
But was it just, do you think because it just seemed more like, what was it? Was it just like the competitiveness and you just want to feel like you just have fun with, play for fun with like nothing to lose in a sense?
No, I loved the competition. The part I just got burnt out. I mean, I'd been playing on my school team and then a travel team for indoor and then a travel team for outdoor. So it was just like year round playing since 6th grade till my senior year, year round playing like that. It was just exhausting. And by the time I was in my junior year, sophomore year, I was like, the talk of like, oh, you're going to commit somewhere coming up soon started. And then I just kept putting it off, just kind of kept procrastinating it. So by the time senior year came, to commit to a D1 school senior year is late. Like all my friends were already committed sophomore year for Division I schools. So at that point, my senior year was kind of like, I mean, I had a few potential Division I offers in my sophomore year, which I kind of just kept putting off. And then I still had Division III offers my senior year, and I just turned them down. Just burnt out. It wasn't fun anymore. I didn't enjoy it anymore. It was just kind of a chore. And there were moments where I loved it, but overall, I wanted to see what else was there.
I also think like people tend to underestimate the commitment it is to being a student athlete.
Yeah.
Because that is...
Oh, it's a full-time job.
Yeah, it's a full-time job.
Because we were talking about this. Sean and I were talking about this this morning about how like what his schedule used to be like when he played football. Because it was no option for you. You had to do like 7:30 a.m. classes.
Yep. That way I'd have 11 a.m. off from that point forward to do study halls, different meetings, practices, workouts, recovery times. Try to get dinner in before the late workout or late practice, late film session. Even talking with Ryan, to go to D1 from D3, it's completely different. Like, he could work a job. There was no possible way I could have worked a job.
It is your job.
Yeah.
So the only reason I had really pushed for a Division 1 is mainly because my grades were not bad, but I wasn't like a straight A student. I made all A's and B's, but I wasn't straight A's. So my goal was, if I'm going to play Division 1, I want to use my athletic ability to kind of get into a higher caliber school than I would have been able to with just my A's and B's. So I had some schools that were considered more academically like higher caliber, that the teams really liked me, and I kind of used field hockey as a way to kind of wedge my way in those schools because I knew I didn't have like the grades. But in the end, I applied to the schools that I thought I could just do well in on my own without sports, and I got into all the ones I applied to. None of them were fancy, but it was fine. I was happy with it. So.
That's good. And does it seem like you still play like a little bit?
Yeah, like with my lifting schedule, it's hard because I don't want to get sore from running. But every now and then I'll go out to the turf fields and just kind of play around with people, pass the ball, shoot some goals, just for fun. I won't actually play like a game, just because playing 100%, the thought of it scares me and my knee. So I'll play with people, but I've only played one game since my ACL injury, and I loved it, but I was hurting the next day. So
I think that's kind of like every power lifter has like that sport that they started at, that they love playing, and then they kind of they stop playing it for a little bit, but it's because they get so deeply into powerlifting where they switch gears, and it's like they kind of get to the point where it's just like they get burnt out or they get tired of powerlifting for a little bit, and then they start to slowly creep back into the one sport that they love. Like for me, it is basketball. I do play every so often, but now in this day and age, basketball, it kicks my ass.
Yeah.
Like I'll wake up and my feet and my shins are destroyed, and it's crazy because I'm even more sore playing a basketball game than I will be an SBD day. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I go run outside on the turf field for like 5 minutes. The next day, quads are sore, glutes are sore. It's bad.
But I do have, I think, more fun playing basketball now every so often than I did before when I was like playing in high school and stuff, because I think it's just more like it's just like a getaway from powerlifting.
Yeah, it's a break, something different. Yeah, I agree with that. If I have a meet coming up or something, I won't do it just because of soreness. But like the weekend after Nats, me and my roommates went to the fields and just kind of played around. It was fun. I miss it sometimes, but I'm fine with not being in it anymore. So it is what it is.
Yep. So we're gonna work our way from the bottom all the way to the top.
Okay.
So from the beginning of your powerlifting journey. So I did some deep diving.
What'd you find?
I did some research. So I was on Open Powerlifting.
Oh.
And I saw
the first meet?
The very, very first meet in 2019.
Yeah.
So what happened that first meet?
I bombed out. On bench.
Her
best lift.
My best lift.
Where the American record's at.
Yeah.
Bombed out, yeah.
So I forgot what meet that was. What meet was it? You remember?
I think it was a novice meet. It was like a novice open or something. And it was only one platform because at the time, 2019, it's not even that long ago, but powerlifting has grown so much. Like that meet, I remember it being so small. And now, it was still like I love that meet, but compared to the novice meets now, this meet was tiny.
The one that we shot, that Chaos Media, we shot in April.
Yeah, like
217 lifters.
Yeah, it was
2 days.
We had one platform. Nothing like that. But yeah, I bombed out on bench and I paused all my squats. Don't know why.
I should have found it because I do remember seeing that.
I don't know why. I remember like up until that point, I had never practiced like commands. Like I didn't really have like a real coach yet. So people were just kind of like, I would get suggestions on what to do. and I would do it. And that was how I basically prepped for this meet.
Wait, so were you like self-programming when you first started?
No. I had someone like helping me, but they weren't like a coach. They were just someone in the club that was kind of helping me do it. But yeah, I also, the handler for that meet, he was a good friend from VCU. He showed up 2 hours late. So I did not know what I was doing, did not know how to warm up. I didn't know anything. Still don't, but really didn't at that time. And so
you have to tell me who it is after.
Yeah, I'll tell you. You know this person. He's awesome. Nothing against him, but it was just the circumstances made it so funny.
Does he go to this gym?
I've seen him here maybe once or twice.
Oh hell.
No, it's not very. He kind of just do his own thing, and it was fine. I mean, I wasn't upset
We're
about
thinking
it.
too much. We'll figure it out later. We're thinking too much.
I'll tell you. But yeah, so I'd never done like commands. I knew what the commands were, but I'd never practiced them. And so I remember when I went up for my first squat, I was like, what? I don't know what to do. Like I literally, they said bars loaded. I walked out and I remember like putting the weight on my back and walking out. And I was like, now what? Like, I was like, okay, I guess I'll squat it. And then for some reason, I thought there was like an up command on squat. I don't know why. So I got to the bottom and I was like, is this it?
I think, that is more common, I feel like, because for people that don't really know commands, because they do think that you, like, since you get like a start command, they're waiting for like the up command too.
Yeah, that's what went through my head.
I think it is kind of common to hear that.
So I like paused it and then I realized like, oh, there's no command for that. And then I stood it back up and I don't know why I did it on all three. Like you would have thought after the first one, I would have been like, oh, there's no pause. Nope.
You're just nerves. You didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It's funny. You still tell us this every day. I don't know what I'm doing.
I still don't know what I'm doing. I just blindly, whatever Mr. Director Coach Matt puts on my sheet is what I do.
So I took a picture of it, but let's see. So yeah, that first meet, you bombed out. So you were 20 when you first started, and then your next meet you did Battle of the Beach 4 months later, and you got first in open and first in juniors, where you PR'd on all your lifts. The only thing that you missed was your third deadlift.
Yes.
You got 281, but you failed 286. But you bench, golly, you were already benching 192. Guy, 192 and weighing at 121 pounds.
Yeah, I was a 57 at that time. So.
Yeah, so you were a 57 and then you cut down to 52. Was that intentional?
No. I did my first nationals in 2019 and I weighed in at 53. And I remember my coach at the time was like, okay, well, that's a little light. And I was like, okay, I don't know. And so ever since then, I'd kind of played around with the idea of going down to 52 because I just always weighed in pretty light for that.
Yeah.
And then the other meets, I weighed in right at the 56, 57 mark, usually around 55, but I felt like just sluggish and I was basically eating my way into the class.
Yeah.
So I just figured like if I could get down to like 53 comfortably and still eat what I wanted, I might as well just cut down and like water cut my way into 52.
Right.
So
yeah. So when you're cutting, so how are your cuts aren't even really that aggressive, are they? Because I mean,
I usually walk around 53 and a half. So I do a small water cuts like 4 or 5 days, 1 kilo, and I'm usually good to go.
Gotcha. So yeah, because like that weight class in pounds. So for people that don't know kilos, so in that weight class that she competed at her first Raw Nationals is 125 pounds. She weighed in at 116. She was almost 10 pounds under the weight.
Accidentally. Oops.
But you still came in. You came in 8th.
I don't know. I really think like that nationals. I love that nationals, but I think it was just right place, right time.
So with that, was that weight class? Is it deep? At that time was it deep? Because I know like some of the smaller women's weight classes, it's I think on average when it comes to Raw Nationals, it's probably like maybe at most 10 to 12, I think. But I do know, like, at the beginning, though, it was only, like, I know for, like, the lightest, like, 47, it was like 5 of them.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't really remember.
Okay.
I like, my first meet was that same year. So I really didn't know, like, anything. I mean, I knew the few people that I had followed on Instagram. And I knew them and I recognized them. But other than that, I truly had no idea, like, who else was there. I just, like, was still...
Dang, I just realized that's a crazy... To bomb all of this in 1 year. She bombs out her first meet. Then 4 months later, she competes again.
Your coach handled me at that one.
Really?
Battle of the Beach, yeah.
Shout out Anton, man.
Anton handled me.
But yeah, so you bomb out your first meet. You come back 4 months later. You win. You win both Open and Juniors, and you qualify for Raw Nationals in that same year. And then you do Raw Nationals, and you get top 8 in your weight class.
Yeah,
that's a crazy first year of powerlifting.
I mean, yeah. I think my nationals placement is truly just like, I was just in the right place from my point of view. I was just in the right place at the right time, because I know at that nationals, like, I know of at least like a few people like missed weight or bombed out. Like, there were people there that were like, just their performance was just not on that day, and so their placement dropped, and in turn I feel like mine jumped. So I don't really know if like that 8th was truly earned, or if I was just in the right place at the right time. I would like to believe that it's truly earned, but a big part of me is like, I got lucky. But it was fun.
Yeah,
I like doing it.
Okay, so then 20 okay, so yeah, so then 2020, so you basically took a year to compete again.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming so Raw Nationals 2019, that was, what was that?
Lombard.
Yeah,
Illinois. Same one as Mira Wise.
So 2020, you missed that. That was Daytona?
Yes.
Okay, so you missed that one.
I was there. I was just watching.
You were just watching. You just, okay.
Yeah. I think I just had a lot like going on. I don't remember the specifics, but I remember just that was kind of like I was graduating that winter, and I was trying to make sure I just got everything done because I transferred from a different school into VCU. I had to take like a bunch of summer classes to make sure I graduated on time.
Where'd you transfer from?
JMU. I went there for 1 year. So I think like I didn't want to compete just because the training and everything. I was not keeping up with my training. I was being kind of lazy with it. So I was like, if I go back to nationals, I want to go knowing that I did everything I could to prep for it, not just go just because. So I went to watch. Yeah,
and then so in 2020, that's when you did winter record. You got second here in both Open and in Juniors, and this time you weighed in 124, so 1 pound under.
Yeah,
this time.
I ate. I ate.
Yeah. Do you remember who you lost to?
I don't know. It might have been Brittany Saplicki. Because I remember having to compete against. I remember specifically waiting like in the warm-up room and seeing her squat opener come up on there, and I was like, "We're gonna have fun today. That's it. We're not gonna win anything. We're just gonna have fun." But I think it was her. Okay. I could be wrong. But I think it might have been her. I don't know.
So, did you ever like look up like your opponents before a meet just to see like?
Not really. I would look up to see like if I knew anyone, like if any of my friends or people I knew were doing the same meet as me. But sometimes I would look up like how many people I was competing against. But specific names, I don't know if I really looked up that many. I mean, the ones that stuck out to me, like the ones I knew who Brittany Saplicki was. So when I saw her name on the roster, I was kind of like, oh, okay, I know what's gonna happen here. But I would kind of look her up just to like. Because she was so strong. I was like, I just want to see what she's doing. Like, it's just cool to watch. But in terms of looking up to see, like, oh, where do I fall? Not really.
So it was never like you never had that competitive edge. Like, okay, can I beat this person? Will I beat this person? I want to beat this person going into a meet.
Me and Jules have talked about that before. The competitive edge aspect from sports to this is completely different.
Yeah.
In sports, I would want to kill you. Like, you are the enemy. But in powerlifting, it's like, I'm just having fun, dog. We're just lifting weights.
I don't appreciate you looking me dead in the eye and saying that.
That's the eye contact I would give you on the field, too.
It is very different.
But no, like that switch that gets turned on, it's like the Vietnam copters in the back of my head type shit. But like powerlifting, it's like, I'm literally lifting weights in somebody else's rec room.
No, it's true though. It is very different.
Like you can't think of it as the same.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to battle powerlifting. Come on.
No,
I'm not.
Dog.
I do think
we all wearing skin tight clothes, sweating it out.
I am matching my outfit to go step on a platform and do a squat. I'm not going to war. Like
I also don't have scholarship for this. Like I was getting paid to be there.
Also, there's no team that I'm like. I mean, I am part of team go game day, but like
chaos.
It's not go chaos, but it's not the same as being on like a team sport where you have to work together in that moment. It's kind of like people no one's directly relying on me when I'm out there doing a squat. That's kind of just I'm doing the best I can. But
it definitely is you. It always starts off with you versus you at first because it's you're trying to be the best version of yourself, but then also. It's like it's you versus the weight, like it's a battle between you and weight. Like that's the first battle. And then I do think that it is some people that do just kind of have like that competitiveness where it's like, okay, I do want to, like for me, I want to win everything that I do. I do want to beat, this and that person here and there, but I do think at first, I do think about the weight first and then that person later. Yeah. I mean, they're depending on circumstances. I definitely I love I'm normally very competitive with everything else, but I don't know why in powerlifting, there's just kind of, I just enjoy it and I just like doing it for fun. I like other people doing it. I like watching my friends do it and everything. So it's more just, I mean, I'll go to win. Like I love to win. Don't get me wrong. It's not something I think about, but it's definitely different. It's a big shift from the team sports I'm used to doing because that is like you are on a team and you are all there for the same reason. It's all to win. Like no one cares if I do like this crazy goal with all this skill. They just want a goal. I mean, people care, but you just want the goal. So it's like it's different, and I like to win, but I go more just to have fun, see what I can do. Right. So after 2020, after the winter record 2020, that was during COVID. So the vid. So then you took a 2-year break into 2022. Why's that? Just school. I just started my post-bac program. Life be lifing. Yeah, so life was lifing. I was trying to figure out like taking all the classes I need to declare pre-dental the pre-dental track, and then all those classes are hard sciences, so just making sure I did well in them and everything, made them count. So I was just busy, just working in school and everything, and at the time I was so focused on that, I was like, I've only done one meet recently, so there's no reason to push it. So were you still training? Yeah, I was still training. I was not as dedicated training, but I was still training. Okay. So yeah. So, and then 2022, we have the Winter Open, and that is where, so I'm assuming that this cut down the weight class was unintentional. That's the one that was the one where I was a 52, right? I'm horrible with kilos, but yes. Yeah. Yes. 114. Yeah. That one was intentional because I was eating during my 2 years off. And then I was like, I wanted to try to be 52 before. I'll try to do it now. And I cut down. And that meet, I actually did my cut and it was fine. But I drank way too much water. I retained so much water from that cut. And I was struggling to make weight. I was spitting in a cup for hours. But we made it. But that was the only weight cut, the first and only weight cut I've had that was a struggle. That's good. Yeah. As from what I'm looking at, you were still progressing, like your squat has steadily progressed no matter what throughout your entire lifting career. Mm-hmm. But in that first meet as a 52, your bench was it was lower than your previous, because you benched 220 as your top.
Yeah.
But before that, you did 230. You did 231, and then your deadlift was this was your best. Well, yeah, this is your best deadlift, 314.
Still my best deadlift.
I mean, 2 other lifts that make up for it. So yeah. So your bench guess it kind of took a hit there, but then we go. Is this the same year too? So the Rivers. Yes. So River City Rampage.
Oh yeah.
And that is where you got. Oh, so in that last meet you had a so you have 472 dots in your in that meet before, but then here you had a 470 dots. But were you already invited to the pro at that point? Or?
No, Saber invited me to the pro at the River City Rampage meet, like at the end. I did not know he was going to. He just did. I was like, okay. Because I originally was going to do that meet, and then I was like, I'll take some more time off, just chill. And then, yeah, he invited me to that, and I remember looking over at my coach Matt, and he was like, "Well, looks like we gonna."
Oh yeah. So when does
pro?
when does game day come into this?
My first meet with game day was that River City Rampage meet.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I was coached by Josiah Vivero right before, and then I switched to Matt Holden for that meet, and that meet was a 4-week meet prep because I got my wisdom teeth taken out unexpectedly. So poor Matt had to give me the shortest meet prep in existence. And yeah, that was the result of 4 weeks. I remember after that meet, Matt was like, I'm excited to see what we can do with a full, not 4-week meet prep. I was like, yeah, same. So yeah, that's when I switched.
And then that meet, that was your first 225 bench.
In competition, yeah.
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 And then after that, we have the Virginia Pro here, where you had a flawless 9-for-9 performance with a 330 squat, 237 bench, and a 314 deadlift with 478 dots. And but here. So you decided not to cut during that class? So.
Yeah, that one I did not cut at all. And I wasn't expecting to either way. I mean, Matt had a reason, which made sense. It was because if I cut 252 and then set records, I'd have to break my own records at Nats. So I was like, I won't cut so that I can...
Okay.
Which I made sense, but also the main reason I didn't want to cut is because I wasn't what was I gonna cut for? Like, I wasn't gonna win. I was just going to have fun because I got invited. I'm not a pro. I was just there to like essentially fill a roster spot. So I was just happy to be there and live with everyone.
She's a pro now though, by the way.
Yeah.
I just learned that like last week. So that was cool. But yeah, I was just going to have fun. So I was like, there's no reason to cut. I'm just gonna walk on, just see what dots I can get out of this and have fun.
And then you joined Paradise.
Yeah.
Well, you joined you had joined Paradise before.
Yeah, before the pro.
Then you had a full prep here in Paradise, and now you are a national champion.
Yes, yeah.
When did it hit? Like, when did it hit that Jared?
I don't know if it has.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool, but like it doesn't feel feels weird.
Okay, so all of you now know that she's a national champion, but I guarantee you wouldn't. Well, you would now, but I guarantee you wouldn't know before that she was a dog in powerlifting on her on her Instagram page. So, which brings me to the next topic. Instagram. So, like I just said, for those who don't know, Julianna she is a top level powerlifter. I mean, one of one of the best female powerlifters in the country. But when you go to her Instagram page, all you truly see is
I got some now. There's some lifting stuff on there now.
with the help of us.
Yeah.
because
Recently added.
because we bullied you. She
Yeah.
puts her
I got my dog on there.
yeah. So this I will say this is a lot different than what it used to be.
Yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
proud of that.
Yeah.
But when you look at, when other powerlifters want to see, what she's doing in training,
It's not on there.
ain't on there.
It's not on there.
But I'm not gonna put that one out there.
You can.
It's a what is it? Jules
Powerlifts.
I'm not gonna spell it. Y'all
It's
gotta
in the
figure that out.
bio too.
Yeah, but in this, so it's her lifting spam account that has 229 posts,
It's crazy.
96 followers and 78 following.
Mm-hmm.
And in the bio it just says super top secret, but not actually top secret training account.
Yes, I added in the not actually top secret because on 2 White Lights, they said, we don't know if we could share it because it's literally called super top secret. And I was like, that was actually just a joke. But I guess because people actually were looking for it, they didn't know. So I had to put in that it wasn't that.
Well, is it private?
Yes, only because I get hate comments if I make it public. So I accept anyone who wants to follow it. But I'm fragile and I don't want the hate comments. I might make it public. Honestly, I thought about it because it doesn't keep me up at night. I just didn't feel like dealing with it. And also that account started originally just so that my coach could see the lifts. That account was purely made so that Matt could see my videos because that's how he was like, you can, upload them or just make an Instagram for it. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do that.
So I gotta know, at one point, was Matt the only follower?
At one point, yes. At one point, it was just Matt that followed that account, and then people started asking me, and I was like, okay, you can follow it.
How long did it go for Matt to be the only follower on the account?
I think my roommate Sam probably followed it. She was probably number 2, but at one point, it was literally just made for Matt. I was not.
She gave it to me one day after we were training together. She's like, hey, you should, follow this account because I can actually tag you in it. And I'm like, so you actually post your lifts?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
She had the chainsaw.
Chainsaw Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think for the longest, I just saw this account and it said, it was the Chainsaw Man profile pic, and it just said Jules, but it was one that it just kept appearing as a suggested follow, but I'm like, I just keep scrolling because it's I don't know who that is. I just keep scrolling every day. I just keep scrolling. And then I remember we got on the subject one day. I'm like, wait, this is you? She's like, yeah. I'm like, so you do post your stuff? You just, you hide it.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
Also, too, at the time, I didn't know if anyone would actually be interested. Honestly, I went to nationals one time, took so much time off, and I was just kind of lifting just for funsies. So I was like, I don't know if anyone's gonna want to watch this, my cheater bench and all that, and my little tiny puny deadlift. So I was like, I'll just, this is just for Matt. And then everyone wanted to start following. I was like, okay, but I might make it public just because if I accept everyone, there's no point in really keeping it private. And I get hate messages on my normal one anyway whenever I post a story of a lift. So and it's not really it's annoying, but it's not hurt my feelings annoying. It's more just oh, okay. So
because you and I have talked about it, and that's the sucky part about social media, that it's really nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
And so it's just a matter of just letting it be, and just it is what it is. I don't know, just find. I feel like you just have to find whatever works best for you, whether it's you just laugh at it, or you just constantly just block it, or just ignore, or just try to ignore it. But
I just kind of make a joke out of it. Most of the time it is kind of funny, the things people will say to I guess use against me in comments like that. I don't really take it to heart. It is the internet. If you're going to post anything on the internet, I feel like it comes with the territory, unfortunately. And also it's mainly my bench. With my bench, if I'm going to bench like that, I need to be fully aware that people will say stuff about it, which is fine. And it's legal in USAPL, and that's fine. That's all I care about. So if someone wants to complain, like, get more flexible. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit real quick.
Just, I don't know. Yeah. But it is what it is. So it's okay.
Yeah. So what will be, so if you do decide to make this go public, will you try to use that as like your, is that you stepping into a further direction of you getting into like your influencer bag, or do you not really care about like what do you not really care about that in a sense?
I think if I made it public, I wouldn't change any. I would just use it. I mean, the account is designed just so that my coach can see what I'm doing. But I have told myself and you guys, and I want to hold myself to it, is I want to try to post more of my training on my actual main account. Maybe not like my monotonous like training, but I do want to try to make my Instagram more content with my gym stuff and not just like, here's my dog. Because now that I have been lifting more and competing more, people are actually interested in what I'm doing, which I've never felt like people were interested in what I was doing in the gym before. I mean, my friends were, but like, I just never felt like, people followed me for that. And now I have people follow me for my lifting. And so it's kind of cool because it is such a big part of my life and I would love to post it. I'm just bad at recording things that I want to post, or remembering to post things. So I do want to try to incorporate my lifting more into my main account. So I think if I were to try to get like an influencer type thing, that's how I would do it. But also I'm not really super like interested in becoming a fitness influencer type.
So you don't care about like, brand deals or anything like that?
I don't think it's not that I don't care about them, but it's not one of my main goals in life. Right. So I just have so much going on with my school and everything that it would be awesome if I could post what I wanted to and a brand would be interested in helping me do that. That'd be great. But am I going to post things with the intention of getting brands' attention to try and get that done? Not really, because I have other things going on. So it would be nice, and I would love to do it if the opportunity came along. But I don't have the time to make the media calendars and set up everything I would want to set up with the intention of getting deals like that. So, but it'd be awesome. But
if you could pick one brand to be sponsored by, what would it be? It can be non-lifting if you wanted. Like if you wanted Starbucks to sponsor you, like you can say anything.
I don't know. Like Cheetos. All the hot Cheetos, dude. Could you imagine Coke Zero? I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Is it on here?
Eggo waffles. No, that's what I would pick because I eat those every day. That's so many boxes of Eggos I wouldn't have to buy. Probably Eggos.
It's actually really surprising.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. Any of the women's clothing brands came to mind.
Didn't you have?
I mean, that'll be cool, but I eat a lot more Eggos than I buy.
for the
I don't go anywhere.
For the pro, like your intro, wasn't it a video of you eating
hot Cheetos?
Yeah. I thought you posted that somewhere.
I put it on my story at one point.
Ah, okay. Damn, I was gonna.
It's my favorite post-meat snack.
I was gonna hope to like hold it up so everybody can see it, but yeah.
No, probably Eggo waffle. I mean, clothing would be cool, but I don't ever buy clothes, and the ones I do buy, if I wear them, it's like a 50-50 if I will even wear them. So I try not to buy clothes because I know I wear the same thing like every day. It's just a different sweatpant t-shirt combo every day.
I don't think I would even want to be married to one clothing brand.
That too.
I think
so. You get most of those brands usually have a stipend. So like, let's say you got $4,000 a month and you have to wear their clothes. That's free shipped to you. There's a couple I could think of.
I mean, yeah, but
that's what I'm talking about.
You said anything.
Okay.
But yeah, anything. there's tons of different brands.
Well, I mean, if I had more time to think, I could brainstorm.
That's not the point of a podcast.
Off the top of my head, it would be Eggo waffles because I probably spend more money in Eggo waffles.
We gotta get her the Titan singlet, the Eggo waffle one,
and my groceries than anything else.
and that's what she got competing
that
next.
shit is nasty as hell. Man.
All of them are. All those custom singlets are.
I think the worst one is either the hamburger one or the bow tie one. I think the bow tie was.
Oh, the tuxedo looking.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that's just disgusting. Oh man.
Unless it's for my dog, all my money goes to Stella or food. So, I would pick food. I could save money.
You don't like Kodiak cakes?
Yeah, I don't really eat them. Sam eats them.
Yeah.
But I hit the blueberry Eggos every morning. I have 2 of those.
I'm not gonna lie. I went. So for some reason, it's been like a protein pancake shortage going on and stuff. So it's been really hard to get like. So it's the No, I want to make my own. Fuck that. Why would I make my own when there's a brand out there that already has it in there and I just have to, huh? Yeah, so
Clay could in fact buy the mix and make it himself, but he doesn't want to take the extra 2 minutes to do it.
Because like waking up that early in the morning and having to make a pancake, no, that's.
Remember you used to do that and you used to tag Russ every time you did it?
Yeah, and that was when I was waking up at like 8 a.m. and doing that versus having to wake up at 6 a.m. That's a complete that's different.
How long do you think it takes to make pancakes, dog?
Dog, but it's something that you can't just. That's some shit that you have to pay attention to. It's on the pan.
You can make the mix the night before, and all you have to do is wake up and pour it.
No,
into the pan.
No,
or in like the waffle iron. It's really like you don't even have to cook it.
That's too much. And that's the waffle iron. You got to clean that after. No, that's too time consuming in the morning. So what I was doing instead, I was buying the cup waffle shit, but then there was a shortage on that. I couldn't get that. So what I did,
explain to people how you also cook your hard-boiled eggs. That way people understand really the time constraint that you're under.
Oh, so the first thing I do is when I wake up, I immediately go into the kitchen. Well, first off, I go pee and then I come out, wash my ass, and then I go. I gotta throw that in there because you know what the flame is. So I then will get 2 eggs and start boiling them as I'm getting ready.
No, so he just puts them in the water, starts them on a high temperature, and hope that it boils by the time he gets done.
Yeah.
Then he comes here, cracks it open, eats it.
On average, they be straight.
On average.
So yesterday they were a little. They should have stayed in there a little longer, but today they were straight. They were fire.
Sean does. They were on point. He don't look convinced.
He'd be blowing the bathroom up. So I know the eggs are not good some morning.
Well, no. So that would be because of overdoing it on the creamer. Yeah, caffeine. Oh. It would be overdoing it on the creamer and the coffee. That'd be why. It don't be the hard-boiled eggs. No, it don't be that.
Could never be that.
No, it's never the eggs.
No possibility that it would ever be the eggs.
Yeah.
No.
But what I was saying though, when it was a shortage on that, I went back to the roots and started going to the blueberry Eggos because at BJ's Wholesale, you get the big ass box of 60.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, the Eggos, so easy.
Yeah.
It's the best. And I slam. Usually every morning I'll have my 2 Eggos and then a giant glass of Fairlife. Like I weigh it out and it's just giant glass because that's how I get the protein in. Mm-hmm. So, and I just eat the Eggos because I like them. Mm-hmm. It gives me some carbs. So, yeah, usually it's just 2 Eggos and a massive glass of Fairlife.
All right. So, Eggo, if you're hearing this, she ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'd love to be sponsored by Fairlife.
That would be another. I thought about that one too.
I spend obscene amounts of money on Fairlife.
What do you get? You get like
just the straight milk.
The straight.
I go through like maybe a bottle every 2 days.
Oh yeah, I have to buy them like.
So how many do you buy?
I can't count.
Me and my roommates slam Fairlife. We have like 4 in the fridge at all times, and yeah, I eat the.
Just be drinking it.
So
yeah.
So in Memphis,
I never created a glass of milk.
In Memphis,
it's protein.
Izzy and Rose put me onto the Shamrocks. It's like the little protein shakes. It's called like Shamrock or something. I guess you could say it's like Fairlife's one of Fairlife's competitors or whatever. But the Shamrocks, they were pretty good. But I'll get like I'll get the Fairlife, 42, because it's a good go-to just to get. I remember I was trying to do math on like what I wanted to do protein wise. It was between if I wanted to keep getting like the two for like the BOGO GNCs, or I just wanted to get packets of Fairlife. And I was doing the math for like, all right, so I'm gonna have one like every day. So I was looking to see, with Fairlife you can only get a box of 12, and it's like $40 or something. And I'm doing the math. I'm like, dog, if I want to get enough Fairlife of these cases to last for a month, I'm spending like $120. So I'm like, yeah.
No, I get like the actual milk, not the protein shakes.
Okay.
I go to Lidl, get like 2 or 3 at a time.
I didn't
Glasses of milk. That's pretty much it.
It's criminal that they don't sell the milk by the gallon.
I love how Kadeem said he wasn't going to.
No, it's true.
It's absolutely criminal, but they know that I'm going to keep buying that.
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. The macros on it are too good for me not to buy it, but go through it so quick.
Okay.
What was the first meal you had after becoming the national champion?
The saddest cheeseburger I've ever. I wanted a cheeseburger so bad, and I was telling everyone. I was probably really annoying about it because it's all I could think of was how bad I wanted a cheeseburger. So when I got to deadlifts, Reggie was like, "Oh, I'll Uber Eats a cheeseburger before everything closes," because it was so late. I mean, we didn't leave the venue till like 11:30 p.m.
I was sitting next to him. It was like 11 o'clock.
Yeah. So he was trying to find a place that had a cheeseburger because I wanted one so bad, and then they messed up the order. So I got home and I opened the thing and I was like, yes, cheeseburger. They forgot the cheese and it was just bread and meat, like dry on there. And I was like, this is so sad.
Where was it from?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Fucking Memphis, man.
It was so sad. And I ate it.
How you forget the cheese on a cheeseburger?
Yeah.
I think that pretty much sums up how everyone felt about Memphis.
Yeah, what'd you think of
got
Memphis?
A dry piece of meat and some bread.
That was alright. Not my favorite place they've done nationals, but it's okay. I had so many people, it was Reggie. It was like, this is like Richmond. I was like, it's nothing like Richmond. It is not like Richmond.
I think it had some kind of, it has some kind of feel to Richmond, but as far as like the city life goes, at least for where we were staying, it was not as lively as Richmond is, which was so weird to me.
Yeah, because I was excited to compete the first day, because then I was like, I'll have the rest of the time to, go eat and do things and all that. But there really wasn't much for me to do. I know everyone went to the Bass Pro Shop and stuff.
I did with my favorite.
Yeah, and that was like the main thing that I think people I knew were doing. A few people did other things, but for the most part, it was like everyone felt kind of the same about it. Yeah. So.
Because it's one of it's the biggest one. Yeah. Out. And so you take an elevator to the top.
It's like a giant pyramid.
Yeah. And you take the elevator to the top to eat at the restaurant. It's crazy.
Didn't it used to be like, or it was originally supposed to be like a hotel or something? Or like casino or some shit, and then Bass Pro bought it.
So if you look at it, it's supposed to be a casino. It is.
Yeah, it was originally supposed to be a casino. That's why it's a pyramid.
Yeah.
But regulations kind of shut that down.
Yeah, and I didn't go to it, so it wasn't. I don't know. It was okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
I had more fun just watching everybody else. I think.
Let's hope if they ever try building casinos here at Bass Pro, we'll buy them out.
Yeah.
I would be down.
Yeah.
I don't think we should have a casino.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They should build a giant fancy casino and then shut it down and
make
sell it to Bass Pro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, with a casino here, that's tons of jobs. Usually brings in a lot of artists. It's really good for a concert and everything else. Just don't tear down a poor neighborhood to build it. That'd be kind of cool.
See.
That's exactly why I voted against it.
Yeah, see, that's where you lose them. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
they were trying to tear down the one near
number one, baby. Gentrification, baby. Step number one.
I don't want to describe the area, but yeah, it was very not affluent. So
was it around me?
No.
Okay.
It was close though.
It's probably on my side.
Because you're.
Yeah. Because there's been a lot of construction there.
It's been a lot of construction.
Well, no, so it's on the ballot now to try again to get it approved first. So they wouldn't tear anything down first.
It was there last time too, and I voted against it the first time. Probably do it again. Definitely do it again.
Completely different company this time too. So like everybody's trying.
Well,
Everybody want dibs.
well.
Get that season approved on
Did
Mm. So, what is next for the national champ?
The Arnold.
Oh no.
Oh no, I didn't know until I didn't know, and then Matt was like, "So Arnold?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." So that's what we're doing.
Because you are a pro, and that is the Pro Series finale.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just do the good old Arnold Nats, unless something else comes up. I mean, I could always change my mind, but that's the plan for now.
The scheduling for this is just the scheduling structure is just so weird, and it makes no sense.
That's why most people are leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll get into that next episode.
Correct.
Yeah.
What are your goals for the Arnold? Do you plan on adding more to your bench total? Do you plan on stacking your deadlift? What?
I mean, I would love to add to my deadlift, but realistically, it'll probably be bench and squat again. I'm gonna try. I really want to try to have a deadlift, but I think my goals for the Arnold are just to do better than I did last time at nationals. So I don't have any numbers specifically, but
Same weight class, or you just going in there?
same weight class.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, as of now, I don't know. I do not know. Every thought I have in powerlifting, I pass by Matt, and then he tells me it's a yes or it's a let's rethink that, and then whatever that is, that's what we do.
Gotcha.
So as of in my little brain, I think we're doing 52s, but if Matt says let's not cut for this one, then I'm not going to cut. So we'll see. But I think the goals for it is just to do better than I did the last time I competed.
Yeah.
That's it. So I don't have any hard numbers. It would be cool to break the squat record because that is 156. And I'm close to that. So that would be really cool. But we'll just take what's there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I guess, what is the be all? Is there anything in particular that you want to accomplish before you, I guess, walk away from the sport? Like, is it a certain number of titles, records? Do you have an exit plan, or are you just living?
Yeah, not really. I'm just
Okay.
kind of going, just kind of lifting. I did not think I would get this far, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going with it and having fun with it, and if I win, that's great, and if I don't win, that's great too. But it's more just I just want to do better than I did the time before, and if that earns me a gold, that's awesome. If it doesn't, I just gotta do better next time. In terms of like my end goal for it all, I don't know. Like I said, I did not think I would win nationals, so I didn't even know I was close to winning nationals until like 2 weeks out when Matt texted me, "Hey, we're pretty close to this." I was like, "Okay, sounds good." So it was more than 2 weeks, but still, I had no idea. I don't keep track of it. That's what he does. So we'll see. I mean, I'm just gonna have fun with it until I don't have fun anymore, and then see how long I want to go after that, and then that's it.
You don't feel any pressure. That's what you come off as. You just seem like in a way, like it is what it is kind of aspect, but it's also just like I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel pressure in that I want to do well. There's a lot more pressure that I put on myself than I feel from other like external factors. I've also I've never felt pressure for a meet until nationals, because I had no idea that I was like in the running to win it. And then once I found that out, I was like, oh, there's some pressure now. Like I want to do well because I have a chance of actually winning. And then even with the pressure though, it's a sport where it's like, if you do the training the best you can do it, it's just going to play how it's going to play. You just have to be present on meet day. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if I do everything I'm supposed to do and I have a coach that I trust, that's like the key, then, all I have to do is show up and do the best I can on meet day, and that's it. That's all I can do. So
Gotcha.
like I'm not gonna pull like a crazy third deadlift just out of the blue. But if I can set myself up to do the best I can on meet day, then that's all I can do. So I feel pressure sometimes, but it's more often just I just want to see what I can do with it.
That's good.
So yeah.
Do you have a question? Or
I mean, only if you're ready to end this off.
well, I got
I have
one
a silly one.
Right. I got one more. It's kind of like so it's not silly. It's kind of a loaded question, not necessarily silly. So
Try it.
also me first.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you talking to, women that want to, I guess, get into the sport, or they feel, their insecurities and they're not sure about themselves and they don't know if they want to, and they want to do it, and like it's some, it is, I feel like there is some out there that look up to you with like you encourage them to want to get into it, but they are kind of like, they're scared. They don't know if they want to do it or not. Mm-hmm. So what do you have to say to them as far as like taking that step forward?
Like in terms of like strength and performance insecurity, or just generally?
In general.
I mean, I would say like, I honestly think in the recent years, there've been a lot more women in this sport compared to when I like I said, I didn't start like that long ago. I mean, 5 years is a minute, but I remember being in the powerlifting club at VCU, and it was like me and 2 other girls. Like they was not as big as it is now for women in the sport, which I think is amazing, and I'm excited about it. But for anyone who's still hesitant, who just feels insecure about it, I would say just to find like a group or a friend that you can train with to get yourself in it. But the main thing is just, I mean, for me, I was insecure about starting. I just faked it till I made it. Just kind of went in, just have fun, with it, because if you don't have to compete. Like, no one's saying you have to compete. I never thought, when I first started, I told everyone I was never going to compete. I did not want to, because I was so scared about not doing well and like feeling dumb for trying, because I was so insecure about it. I didn't know what I was doing. But if you just have fun with it, and your confidence will grow with it, and then you could change your mind.
We didn't plan for that.
That's right. But I mean, for anyone now, like I said, I mean, it's difficult because I can fully understand why it would be a hard sport to get into. Because it's grown so rapidly, although there's a lot more encouragement in it, the audience is so big, there's a lot more discouragement as well. So it is difficult to try to filter that out and kind of see what I'm talking about in terms of like, just go have fun with it, because it might not be fun for someone to go into a gym and feel uncomfortable. That's totally valid. But find a good gym. Like the community here at Chaos is something I'm very spoiled with, and it's definitely noticeable when I go to other gyms. There are plenty of people that don't know who I am and just see I'm a girl and think I don't understand what I'm doing, and I'll go to other gyms like that, and it's very obvious and it's very annoying. And luckily I have enough confidence in a gym to be like, no, I do know what I'm doing. But it's also very eye-opening, because I'm like, wow, this is still happening, and if I didn't know what I'm doing, I would probably feel really bad about it, the way I'm being spoken to and treated right now. So it's completely valid, but I think the most important thing is find a good community that will help you improve and help encourage you, even if it's online. Like, even if there are no gyms around you that don't have that community, if you can find like an online community to help you feel more encouraged, like that's still helpful.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. And
I know a lot of women and men who don't want to compete because they don't feel strong enough to compete or anything, which is also completely valid. It is like, you want to feel like you're going to do well, and if you don't feel like you are, it's easy to see why you wouldn't want to compete. But it's really you against yourself. So I tell everyone it's just fun. Like, just don't worry about your numbers. Don't worry. If it's your first meet, qualifying for Nats, it's a great goal to have. But the main thing for your first meet is to just go have fun and see if you even like it. Because you don't want to spend hours and hours and like sacrificing events and birthdays and all this to go train, and then find out you don't actually like it. And so then you qualify for Nats and you don't even want to go. Like, although it's rare, it happens. So I would rather just have fun with the first meet. Don't cut for it. Don't take it like you're not going to war. Don't take it too seriously. And if you like it and it sticks, that's great. If you don't, now you didn't waste a bunch of time and money. But that's just my take on it. So, I don't know.
So valid. So real.
It's the most we've ever gotten her to talk to.
Yeah. Because I know a lot of women who are like scared to go to the gym because they're scared to be viewed as like they don't know what they're doing, or they don't want to be, you know, like spoken to a certain way, or, you know, looked down on and all this. And it's totally like it happens. It happens to me all the time when I go to other gyms, like not in Virginia. If I go to other gyms that I'm just training in, not on program or something, like people will just think I'm dumb, and it's frustrating. But so it's I can easily see why someone would be dissuaded from joining the sport in that sense. Yeah.
What was your question?
So to end off this very serious and heartfelt talk here, you know, my silly ass has to end episodes in a certain way. I was going to say, if you had the opportunity to get a backstage pass, VIP treatment, all the bells and whistles, what concert or artist are you going to go see? You get to hang out with them on the couch in the back. Who is that?
Joji. He's...
What was that? Nope.
Glimpse of Us. Do you remember that song?
Play a song.
You'll recognize this song.
Spell the name.
Joji. Or Billie Eilish, of course.
We are Billy friends.
Billie fans. Wait, I have the song.
This guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would love to go to one.
I'm not gonna lie, I probably have never just looked up the artist for that song. I just definitely have heard it play. But yeah, that and then Billie Eilish probably be very whimsical, like people to hear. You just sit there and enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Who are you going to with your ratchet ass, Clay?
Ratchet.
Or Ashniko, who was just in Richmond and I missed it.
So,
It was expensive.
backstage, just hanging out with them.
Like you get the full VIP treatment.
Or Kehlani.
Yeah, I'll end up divorced if I go to see Kalani backstage.
I would love to see Kehlani. That would be my other choice, actually.
I feel like if I say Drake, I'm a groupie.
I feel like he's a good performer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Seen him.
I mean, he usually has really big
Seen him
stadiums.
once. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a great.
I've seen him once.
Yeah.
And that was the Club Paradise tour.
I've never gone to see him.
Yeah, saw him what he did. It was him and Migos tour. Yeah, that was a great concert. But honestly, I think Gunna, because it's gonna be chill. It's gonna
So
be.
you see why I said ratchet at the beginning.
Gunna, he's not he's not ratchet. He's just
what?
He's chill. He's not like a. He's not
Someone
like
who would be put on trial for anything?
Okay, he was found.
Defend yourself.
You can't.
Defend yourself.
It's a lot that we could get into with that, but we're not going to. He's out, and his name is cleared
For now.
They say he ain't snitching either, so he good.
See, one of my favorite albums is Alone at Prom by Tory Lanez, but would I want to go backstage with Tory Lanez? No, absolutely not.
Because I remember her. What was the hype song? Your hype.
The Color Violet. Still one of my favorite songs. But I don't condone what he did to Megan.
She was still blasting that shit when he was on trial too.
Proven innocent until proven guilty.
I told you you're going to get canceled.
Listen, have you heard it since?
No. Good job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know who I'm going to go see?
Taylor
Swift.
Yeah.
Swiftie.
Yeah. That's an experience in itself. I mean, come on. Those are like the biggest shows. It's like thousands of dollars to go see them. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, Luke Holmes, fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, look who it is. It's the Bass Hole.
But anyways, thank you again, Julianna, for joining us on another episode of Controlled Chaos.
Thank you guys.
Yes, this was a great one.
Can't wait to have you back before the Arnold.
That'd be cool.
That'd be a good, nice little preview show.
Thank you guys. Yeah, it's gonna be a preview for me. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'll have to text Matt and let him know. Like,
Hey,
just
Matt,
let me
tell me
know
all
what
of your openers right now
Tell
so
me
that your
what I'm
competition has an edge up on you.
doing.
Yeah.
No.
If you enjoyed this on YouTube, like and comment who else you want to see as a guest on here.
Please subscribe.
I was gonna say that.
That's where I thought he was going with it.
I was gonna,
He's new to this new influencer stuff.
Fuck y'all.
So anyways, thank you again for joining another episode of Controlled Chaos.
Fucking bitches.